All right, so I'm here today with Eric Morales of Kurz Real Estate. For a lot of you that don't know, Eric's a fantastic agent. How long have you been in the
Just made 12 months.
12 months? So he's been in the business for a year. And what's your GCI over the last year?
Easily over a buck 50, buck 60.
Okay, so he made about $150,000. Now I want to clarify this a little bit, right? So when Eric started in the business, Eric started with me as the Kurz team. He was on our team, and everyone on our team was on a 50-50 split back then. So 50-50 split means that his GCI is really closer to 300,000. And I want to put that out there, and I want to make that known because we're talking about an agent that joins the real estate industry, and in his first year, GCI is over $300,000 in real estate, right? So this is episode 1 of Confessions of a Real Estate Agent. And yes, we came up with that name. So I want to go over a few things with you, and I want to talk to you a little bit about what do you contribute to this, or what do you attribute your success thus far to, right? So let's go back to the beginning. You get your real estate license, you join our team. What's going through your head immediately knowing that you have to become successful ASAP?
Total panic. It was just, I come from a line of people who have always been hard workers, and I was the last one in the family, so it was kind of like, he's the baby, and I have to live up to everybody else, and there was not much confidence behind me, so I really had to step my game up when I jumped over here, and when I did, I just listened to what you told me, and I hit it with all I could, man.
So
I just didn't sleep and do anything. I just ate real estate.
So let me ask you that. You said you listened to what I told you, and you ran with it. And so one of the things that I tell people all the time, and I have my book here, The Blueprint, is that there's a blueprint to success, right? And I think that a lot of people get into this business and they want to get rich quick, and it just doesn't work that way, right? This is a career like any other career, would you say?
Definitely.
And so I think it's important that you actually said that you did everything I told you to do, because obviously you joined my team. I wanted to lead you in the right direction, but you didn't try to make stuff up,
No,
right?
at all.
And so what would you say, was your initial pounding? What were you doing in the beginning to get things going, to get business going immediately?
Not rested. The key to this is just follow up, man. I mean, whether you get 50 million no's or tons of runarounds, be relentless. A lot of people are a little standoffish of trying to chase people when they get the first no, or that they might come off as irritating or something like that. Just put all that in the back burner and just hit it every day in, day out. Just follow.
Right.
Follow
Just because somebody says no to you today doesn't mean it's going to be no forever.
Yeah.
Would you say that?
Pretty much. I mean, it's like when you first get a phone call from somebody who's trying to speak to you. You're like, yeah, whatever. You hang up the phone on them most of the time. I mean, that's what I used to do.
Until you had a whole new respect for
Yes.
people who call you.
And then that same person would follow me for 3-4 weeks, constantly on the phone call, messaging him. Until one day I'm like, let me just pick up and talk to this guy. And that's what you got to look for. You just got to sit there hammering until the person gets tired. Kind of like that fight with Ali and Foreman.
Yes.
You just let them beat you. Those arms are going to get dragging down pretty soon, and then that's when you beat
That's
them
when
up.
it came up.
Yep.
And so what you're saying here is, and your number one takeaway for, let's say, the last year of your life is consistent follow-up.
Yeah, don't give up.
Don't give up. And then so if somebody's going to join this business brand new, what's some kind of, I guess, what tip could you give them?
The follow-up that I mentioned, and don't be scared, man. We're scared of being uncomfortable. We're scared of the unknown. You never know what's behind that door.
And I think oftentimes people forget that, right? They join something new, but they're scared of the new,
Completely.
right? People are terrified to do something new.
Yeah, they're you know what it is? Afraid of failure, man. And there's nothing wrong with that. Especially when you're new at something, you have to fail in order to know how to succeed.
So I heard yesterday somebody who's a motivational speaker said that somebody asked him, "Are you afraid to fail? What are you scared of?" Mm-hmm. And his response was, "I'm scared of nothing." And he said, "Imagine for one moment if you could remove fear completely from the equation. How successful could you be at everything?"
That would be
at everything, from riding bicycles to business, right? And then he said, "I'm not afraid to fail. As a matter of fact, I prefer to fail in front of you. I want you to see me fail. And the reason I want you to see me fail is because I'm going to learn from my failure, and hopefully you will too. How do you feel about that?
That's pretty interesting. I mean, that's something that my father always taught me. My father came here with nothing but the shirt on his back and didn't know anybody here, had a small kid, and just jumped into an industry and went head first and says, don't be afraid of anything. What's the worst that can happen, honestly? What, you wake up the next day and you failed and you just try it again? Big deal. You know? So it's a way of life. That's the way what I live by, at least. No fear. Don't worry about anything. Fail in front of everybody else. Doesn't matter. It creates, what's the word I'm looking for? Humility?
Humility, yeah.
So,
makes you human.
Yeah, pretty
much. Right, in my opinion, right? So so right now you're hearing that you got to get rid of fear, get it out of the system, and you're hearing that consistent follow-up is truly the answer and the key to gaining, and I would say in any business, right? And so what I would ask you now is what you say is the number one contributor to your continued success throughout the year.
Number one contributor. I was afraid of failing at the beginning, and seeing the success and being able to take care of my family the way I'm taking care of them now, it's what's kept me pushing and pushing and pushing, you know? Not having those familiar faces over my shoulder telling me I told you so. Keep pushing, you know?
So that's a driving force.
It is.
Right? The folks that told you couldn't do it.
Yes.
That it wasn't going to happen.
Definitely.
How many people told you that?
Only ones that mattered to me are the ones that I paid attention to, and it was like about 2 of them. And they really hit home.
Family or friends?
Family, immediate family.
So there's another lesson. Not everybody's going to believe in what you believe in. And I think yesterday I posted on Facebook, and I don't know what day you're going to see this video, but if you look through my Facebook, you'll see that I posted a quote, and the quote was that the only people that are going to drag you down are the ones who are failing, right? And so the ones that are failing are expected to see you fail as well. You heard the old saying, misery loves company.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I'm a big believer in that.
Yeah, so the people who are successful in your life, they're the ones that are going to push you and say, great job, right?
Always.
And then so I saw something else. I heard another quote the other day. I'm going to put it up on our wall here. And if you're looking, our wall's full of quotes. And so I want to do another quote on the wall, and I put it on my Facebook yesterday as well. And the quote said, the successful will not feel sorry for you, right? You are the only one that's going to feel sorry for yourself if you allow it. And the only people that will feel sorry for yourself are the unsuccessful, the ones that are, I guess, below you at a level of success, right? And so what I want to ask you now is, now that you are where you are, you've made this much money in your first year, where do you intend to be in 2017? So let me ask you, what is the one thing that you intend to change or adapt or continue over the next year that you know will be a driving factor to get you to your new goal for 2017?
I don't think anything's really going to change in the basic foundation that I've gotten from yourself and other people who've helped me out. I think what's going to change is just cranking the drive even higher, 10x it. Grant Cardone. Just drive. Drive is everything. I've always told everybody, I've even told you that you can have all the knowledge in the world, and if you don't get up off that couch and go do something with it, life's going to pass you by. And you could be the dumbest person on the planet, but you're out there on the hustle, you're going to make some change. So just to drive, I'm going to crank it up even higher. I want to double what I've done so far.
So imagine if you were to add knowledge, right? Because you just said that you'd be the dumbest person on the planet. As long as you have drive, you can make it, right? But imagine if you were to add knowledge to drive.
You're untouchable.
You're untouchable, right? And so it's not always the smartest person in the room that makes it to the top. It's the person who surrounds himself with the smartest people because they learn from them, right? Knowledge is power. We say that all the time. You've heard that ever since you were a kid, right? But I think, and I personally think, that fear has been instilled in our lives for so long.
Yeah, take the safe route. Oh God.
Don't climb that tree. You're gonna hurt yourself. Be careful with that skateboard. Don't ride the bicycle too fast. You're going to crash. Yeah. And it's not you might crash. It's you're going to crash. And you hear these things for so long from a generation that believed in finding a job from 9 to 5, going to work every day for 20 to 30 years, and then putting away an income so that they could retire one day, right?
Yep. And
this generation doesn't want to hear that crap, right? So we're in a world where you can make something out of yourself, right?
Definitely.
So what are some of the avenues you use for marketing and promoting yourself?
Digital stuff. Working on some new stuff that I don't want to disclose yet, which is
All
pretty neat. But flyers, EDDM, cold calling, online buyer lead systems. I mean, you name it. I mean, the whole alphabet soup is thrown in there. And
Okay.
when you throw the whole alphabet soup in there, something's got to stick to the wall.
Yeah.
It has to eventually. And then after a certain point, everything actually starts sticking as long as you're consistent enough with it.
So you started with a lot of cold calling when you started in the business.
That's all I started with.
Yeah, and how did you feel about that?
At first, I'm a unique animal when it comes to this, man, because, I grew up in a house with a lot of men. So when you grow up in a house full of men like that, you're constantly getting bashed and made fun of and picked on. It's like, and you're the youngest one in the house, so yeah, I'm used to that bashing. So some of these cold calls can be rough, man. And I've seen some people like almost get up and leave crying. I don't take those things to heart. I start laughing my head off whenever I hear some of the stuff that they tell me.
So the guy on the other line's like, "You're the 70th fucking caller to call me.
God.
Don't ever call me back. I hate you. I hate you realtors. You're always doing a bad job. Don't ever call me again." What do you say?
Oh, that was the nice version.
So what do you say to that guy? What do you say to me when I yell at you like
Well, some of those people, you don't even have a chance to say anything back because I start laughing hysterically because I just can't control it. And the guy, well, actually, I had one guy, what do you think so funny? What I just told you so funny? I was like, yes, sir, I do. I mean, why are you so angry? I mean, what are you getting out of this? And, you just start going back. I'm a big person. Like, I'm big on not necessarily scripts. I mean, different strokes for different folks. From my old career that I was in, I learned how to, like, really read people, even on the phone. Just hearing different things on the phone, different tones, and I kind of, like, improvise everything as I go. I did start with a lot of scripts. I was a blank canvas at the moment, so I needed some filler stuff. But, with a person like that, you just start. Some of those people, you don't even retaliate or say anything back. It's just better to leave that one alone. That's just an uphill battle, But there's different ways to go about it, You're the worst realtor in the world, this and this and that. Listen, I'm sorry you've had a bad experience with your past realtor, but this is what we offer. This is what we do. What do you feel that was so bad about what he did on his job? Yeah. And some of them will actually disclose it to you. Some people are just really upset at the moment, especially when they're fresh expired. You got to give them a couple of weeks after that broken heart.
And do you keep hitting them up?
Oh, yeah.
How often?
Depends on their level of anger when I first spoke to them. So if it's like really intense, I'll wait maybe 4 days and hit them up again. And then once I start seeing their behavior calm down a little bit, I'll hit them up every maybe 2-3 days.
So in our conversation, which is probably only a few minutes long, I'm really getting the idea that no matter what you do, I'm assuming you do social media as well, you do email campaigns as well. So no matter what you do, it's really about the consistent follow-up.
It is.
Right?
You got to wear them out.
It's like a dating game, right?
Definitely.
All right?
Exactly like that.
The idea with dating is you get 50 no's before one person says yes, right?
Oh, yeah. Even that one person that's eventually going to say yes said no to you a couple times before the door opened up.
That's true.
That's
true.
So
well, dude, I appreciate you coming out and doing this with me.
My pleasure.
And being number one. All right? Dude,
pleasure,
I appreciate it. All right, so this is David Kurz and Eric Morales. We're signing out today. This is episode 1 of Confessions of a Real Estate Agent. We're going to keep doing this. We're going to invite realtors from everywhere. We're going to start with our office. We're going to talk about their experiences moving forward and the number one reasons why they are successful in what they do on a daily basis. So if you have any questions for me, you can reach me at David Kurz or Kurz Real Estate on any social media platform. You can call me at 786-529-5273. Don't forget to listen to our radio show, which Eric is constantly a co-host on 880 a.m. every Thursday at 5 p.m. And you guys have a fantastic day.